Welcome back, everybody, to the Kalispell Warhawk Dynasty in Season 11. We begin the second half of the season against UCLA on the road, with two teams who are 4-2, but have taken very different paths to get to this point. The combined record of the teams they've beat is 1-21. Now they're out to prove they can compete with teams like Kalispell, and they're looking for a quality win. They have a very good passing game led by wide receiver Joey Bryant, who has over 3,000 career yards and 200 catches. For Kalispell, we're going to see a change defensively today with the struggles this season for Shannon Somerville. Kalispell wants more consistent pass rush, and they're going to try something new today. We are going to start Trey Walker at end. But that doesn't mean Somerville's not going to see the field. We have some packages where he'll be there, and we hope to see that Kalispell pass rush get going. But let's get underway. It's the 7th game of the season, and here we go. Welcome, everybody, to Kalispell and UCLA. From the end zone, it'll be Colt Sully taking it across the 10 and not even making it to the 15. Kalispell wearing some alternate uniforms today. They've only worn a couple times with the blue pants, and they'll start with a run up the middle to tailback Austin Jenkins for a gain of 7. Jenkins approaching 700 yards this season, and he'll run it to the right side now, and falling forward, Jenkins has a Kalispell first down. 3 receivers in the game for Kalispell. Looks like extra pressure forcing Irvin outside, and he'll dump it off. That's caught by Jenkins, and he knew he was out of bounds, so he's not going to try anything there. It's a legal touching. 3rd down and long now for Kalispell. UCLA will bring 4. Irvin trying to buy some time, and he's chased down for a short loss. Irvin is one of the most sacked quarterbacks in college football, and Kalispell is still struggling to protect him. There's a pretty good quarterback on the other side of this matchup. Fred Barclay comes in, 20 touchdowns on the year and 5 interceptions, and he can run a little bit, showing it off here on first down as he sheds a tackle and falls across midfield on the first play for the Bruins. This is one of the better pass attacks in college football, so this is no easy matchup for Kalispell as Holmes is able to emerge with the football. They're very deep at receiver. Kalispell secondary will be tested. They blitz on 2nd down. That's intercepted. It's Nick Robinson. And Kalispell has a takeaway. Now, they haven't been able to generate many of these this season, but did have a 3-interception performance a week ago. There's Robinson giving the ball to Kalispell with good field position. Irvin in the shotgun. On first down, a falling catch is made by Sherrod Edwards for 5. Nick Lindsay is still the leading receiver for Kalispell, 453 yards. Pressure now forces the dump off. Jenkins on the outside, very close to the sticks, and ruled short. We're seeing more Jim Jackson lately on 3rd and inches. He gets the call, and Jackson runs straight ahead. He's done better in recent games in garbage time, showing off the power. Got some motion now on first down. A little sweep for Houston and taken to the ground immediately. And Tyrone Houston is down, grabbing at his knee. Houston's going to exit the game. Hopefully it's not a serious injury. Colt Sully is in the game now, and Irvin's going to throw it quick to Sully. That's a catch. Gain of 12 for the fan favorites. 3rd and short again. Jackson in the game. He'll get the call again. And a first down run of 4 yards. Approaching field goal range now. Irvin sprint pass and a one-handed snag by Sully. There's a nice 3-yard highlight. But now Kalispell's going to have to open things up facing the 3rd down and 8. Irvin pressured and he's going down. There are 3 Bruins around him. Ben McKinney the first to arrive. And there's the unfortunate news for Kalispell. Tyrone Houston will not return today, but it's not a super serious injury, as Rick Thomas is able to bury the long-range field goal to put Kalispell in front. So no Tyrone Houston the rest of today, as UCLA takes over, and the floater for Greg Gray results in a first down. Gray's had a productive season this year in the backfield. He will run this up the middle, lose his footing, and fall with a pickup of 4. Corners playing off the receivers on 3rd down. And it's a run for Gray. Kalispell's not fooled. Jamari Akinjide, the veteran, the senior, makes the play. So no Tyrone Houston means Colt Sully's going to play a lot more as Irvin escapes the pocket, floats one outside the numbers, and there he is again. Colt Sully, already 3 catches in Houston's absence. Jackson getting a lot of snaps here early, and he will spin and fall forward. That's the main thing they need from him. Use that strength and help give Jenkins a rest. He's back in the game on 3rd down, and Irvin's going to check it his way. Jenkins cannot get to the sticks, just a gain of 2. Here's one of the packages where Somerville will play inside. Trey Walker alongside him, 1st and 10. Fred Barclay's looking outside, complete to John Castillo. It's a gain of 6. It's just been so shocking to see how productive Somerville was a year ago, and now what's happened this season. There's Wright on the reception, and he's got the 1st down to end the quarter. Just across their own 30, Barclay checks it underneath. There's Harris breaking free from a tackle and driving ahead through Tommy Jordan. Good effort for 14. Right at midfield now, Bruins to the air, and Barclay has Holmes over the middle. Got a step there on Juno Springs. Barclay spreading the ball around, but we haven't seen Joey Bryant. 2nd down now right there near the 30, and another gain of 8. This is the kind of matchup where Kalispell really needs that pass rush boost. 3rd and 2. It's Barclay's turn. He's got the 1st and more, breaking a tackle and then being slammed down by Akinjide. New set of downs in the red zone for UCLA. Barclay keeping and falling with a stretch forward, gain of 7. Bruins now trying to take the lead. It's 1st and goal. Barclay's in trouble, and now Kalispell gets some pressure, and it's from Eric Bryant. Maybe he can earn some more snaps. We're looking for someone to provide an edge presence. 3rd and goal for Barclay. More pressure. He's going to go for it and nearly got picked off. It's through the hands of senior Craig Arnold. We got to catch that. Tie game now at 3 in the 2nd quarter. Kalispell has it, and Jenkins found some daylight here for his best run of the game. That's 16 yards. Colt Sully slot right. More blitzing, and Irvin shakes free from 1, but he's still getting sacked. It's a very aggressive front, and they've generated a ton of pressure already. And they force Kalispell into 3rd and long. Not quite in field goal range. Here's Irvin going up top, and he's got Sherrod Edwards for the touchdown. 43 yards from the blazing freshman. That's how you replace Tyrone Houston. That's the role he plays. Edwards going deep. Good connection from Irvin. The safety just a little late getting over. Took a little while, but there's the 1st touchdown of the day. 10-3 Kalispell. Now Barclay wants a response and nearly got picked off by testing the double coverage. 3rd down for the Bruins. Barclay with a lob up the seam and nearly picked off. Tommy Jordan needs to catch that one. Kalispell's missed some turnover opportunities, but they still lead. And here's a sweep. Nick Lindsay getting this drive started with a good run of around 8 yards. Now we see them really switch things up. Jenkins slot left, the empty look. Got some pressure, and Irvin gets it away with a perfect throw. It's Maddox. Come on, that's ridiculous. Luke Irvin again under pressure, but he's going to go for it. It takes the perfect throw, and we got it. That's the arm talent Luke Irvin brings to the table. Now 2nd down, looking for a screen. And not much there for Kalispell as Jenkins will lose 3. It was well covered, like many of these plays have been. On the edge of field goal range here. 3rd and 12. Irvin, nowhere to go but down. Sacked. And there's Ben McKinney, who's been generating a lot of that havoc. That Bruin defense has done a lot of good things. Now a 2-minute drill begins for the offense, and Barclay to the sideline. That's picked. Yes, it's intercepted by Akinjide. He did get a foot down. One more look. As soon as he's got the ball, that left foot is down. It will stand for Kalispell, and they're back in business with a sweep. Jenkins bottled up. Not much of a ground game for either team today. Spreading out the field now at second down. Irvin again chased back, and he's going out of bounds with this one. There's been a lot of blanket coverage from this secondary. Someone's got to give Irvin some open looks. Third and long, more blitzing. Irvin throws it away again. This pass game can be productive, but not when they're facing this kind of pressure. It's a 13-3 game now, and UCLA still has time on the clock. As Barclay is going to get to his right, fire back, left, he's intercepted, and there's room to run. Springs with nobody in front of him. Touchdown! A pick six for Juno Springs, and Kalispell opens the game up with a 3-score advantage. That's 2 straight passes picked off by this defense, 3 in the first half. I like this new trend of forcing turnovers for the defense. A 20-3 game. Now Barclay ends the interception streak with a 6-yard completion. And judging by that timeout, they're still going to try to get some points. A minute on the clock now, and Barclay's going along with this one. It's Joey Bryant! His first catch goes for a big touchdown, and UCLA gets the answer they needed. They needed something from their best playmaker, and he delivers. Joey Bryant, one of UCLA's best receivers since the great Lance Adams. Now a 20-10 game, and Kalispell's left a little time. They have 34 seconds. Here's a floater from Irvin. It's picked off. No way. Thompson the other way. Only Irvin between him and the end zone, and he's forced out. Wow, what a turn of events here late. Scott Thompson makes the play. Kalispell loves this slot out. It's a signature route for them. And this time, UCLA is in position to take it away. Can they really make this a 3-point game? Barclay sets up the screen. That's close. Springs makes the tackle on Greg Gray. 3rd and goal with 19 seconds remaining. Again, they're setting up a screen. Gray has it in space, and he's tripped up. What hustle from Cunningham. He just saved the touchdown. UCLA will get a short field goal try, but for Kalispell to have a 20-3 advantage and watch the gap close like that does not feel very good. First half will be coming to an end here as Jackson got some daylight and broke a tackle. But that is going to do it here from Los Angeles. The first half is complete. Kalispell up 7, but UCLA keeping things very close. While Tyrone Houston left the game early, we've seen playmakers step up in his place. But also UCLA's passing game is beginning to find their stride. UCLA has it to open the second half, and Castillo picks up a couple big blocks and takes this up to the 45. Good field position for a team that really got the momentum on their side to end the half. Here's Barclay heading to the air, and now he's not going to take a chance after 3 first-half interceptions. 3rd and 10 for the Bruins. They're going to go to a safe screen. Here's Gray. Big block on Jordan. And now the strength of Gray to make the play. First down. Tommy Jordan is the lone high safety on 2nd and 9. Barclay underneath for Castillo. Wide open. And a first down again. 14 yards. Still only 1 catch for the star, Joey Bryant, as Barclay will keep this one. He's going down. Jamari Akinjide. Kalispell forcing the 2nd and long. Here's a run now. West getting into the game and finding a lot of room on his first touch. That goes for 11, making it a much more easy 3rd and 3. Barclay keeping this one. He bounces off first contact and has the first. Juno Springs launched with his shoulder. He needs to just wrap him up. New set of downs. West is getting nothing. Not with James Huggins reading the run perfectly. Now a 3rd down. They have to get to the 8 to convert. Barclay to the end zone. Incomplete. Akinjide closed the gap. Here's another look at how close this was. 3 more from UCLA. Closes the gap to only 4. Kalispell ball. There's a quick strike from Irvin, finding Maddox. Kalispell still looking for that rhythm in the air today. 1st and 10. Oh my. Another huge hit. Jenkins not getting much room today. 2 receivers left and a big blitz at Irvin. He'll check it down. Jenkins broke free, and he'll pick up 9 yards. Having him as that check down option has been pretty key. 3rd and 1 now. Jackson in the game. He'll get it done. And it looks like he's getting all the 3rd and short opportunities. Austin Jenkins returns to the game, and it's Irvin to the air. Pressure up the middle. He's going long in response, but finds Edwards out of bounds. This interior's having some real struggles. 3rd and 8. Irvin pressured again and knocked down. Julian Black gets a hand on it, but this should have been a touchdown. Watch the safety cheat down on Sully, while Lindsey would have had 6. The defense of UCLA helping keep things close. It's Gray running this time for UCLA, and he'll grind out 5 yards. 3rd down. Do they trust the running game here? Barclay flips. Gray's losing a bunch. It's James Huggins. He's one of the best read and react run defenders I believe we've ever had on this team. Following the 3 and out, back to Kalispell. Jenkins got a lane, not much, but he will turn it into a gain of 6. A lot of 2 tight end looks today for Kalispell. Here's Irvin throwing short for Thomas Henderson, and that's good for a 1st down. Clock winding down here in this 3rd quarter, and Irvin's going to throw it underneath again. Jenkins turns upfield and picks up 9. We know Jenkins can separate and do a lot of damage here. 2nd and short, and Jenkins is going to lose yardage. Another dominant play for Ben McKinney. He has 4 tackles for loss. That forces 3rd and 3. The crowd getting into it now. Irvin's in trouble and barely gets this pass off out of bounds. So many throwaways today for Luke Irvin. This is why I was uncomfortable with the way the first half ended. UCLA is keeping it within striking distance as Gray picks up 4. All it takes is one big play, and the Bruins are in front. Will they go aggressive here? 3rd and 7. Outside for Castillo. That was a dangerous throw, and it only gets them a single yard. Defense is really tightening up here in the 2nd half as Kalispell takes over again. Jenkins going down on first contact with a gain of 6. Bruins hoping for another 3 and out. 3 receivers in the game. Here's Irvin needing 4. Across the middle, it's Drake Maddox. And there's the biggest pass play they've had here in the 2nd half. Kalispell now into UCLA territory, and they'll run it. Cut back from Jenkins, stretching it all the way to the sideline for a gain of 9. Kalispell back in scoring position. 2nd and inches for Irvin as he takes a shot downfield. Caught by Maddox for the touchdown. Kalispell back up by 2 scores. They've had to adapt without Houston today, and overall, their secondary's done outstanding. But you can test them in different ways with a tight end like Maddox, and he made 2 plays on this drive that made all the difference. Now it's an 11-point game with some heavy pressure on UCLA as they tried to run a draw, and that just lost 3 yards. Nice play, Trey Walker. Here's a tough spot for UCLA. They're backed up, 3rd and 12. Gray needs blocking. He's not getting anywhere near enough as Somerville escorts him to the sideline. Kalispell has a chance to put this game away now, and they will run it. Toss left for Jenkins. Ran over a defender. Breaks another tackle for 14 yards. Part of getting Jackson involved more is keeping Jenkins fresh for these situations right here. Here's Irvin on 2nd down with a wide open Maddox. Of course, after last possession, if you're not going to cover him, we'll throw it right to him. Here's a 3rd and 1. Jackson back in. He's got the 1st and breaks to the outside. Taking advantage of that bad angle. Jackson all the way to the 12 with a 29-yard run. A touchdown here would put this game out of reach. Jenkins spinning. Oh, a 2nd effort. And not getting far. They call it no gain. 3rd down and 8 for Luke Irvin. He will be throwing here to the end zone and knocked away. Intended for Maddox. Could have been picked off. Instead, here is a short field goal attempt as Kalispell assumes a 2-score lead. But here's an update. A very big matchup this week between USC and Notre Dame. And currently, the Trojans trail by 12. Definitely want to check up on that one after our game is over today. But now UCLA, they need scores and quickly. Here's Gray in the open field, taking it inside the Kalispell 30, but there is a late flag. Wow, a clipping penalty right at the very end, and that's going to set them back around 15 yards or so, maybe a little less. But now a minute 44 to go. Barclay got it off and found Stiegel. I think he got lucky there. He got crushed, and somehow that ball went right to him. UCLA has not had much red zone success. Here's a lob from Barclay, and a leaping Jordan, intercepted! Kalispell takes over! Tommy Jordan did not drop this one, but did he get a foot in bounds? It does not appear so, but there's no challenge nor any review. It stands! And Kalispell can try to run this clock out now and preserve another victory. 4 interceptions of Fred Barclay, and overall a solid effort in a game where they were challenged by this secondary in the pass rush of UCLA. Looks like the Bruins will get a last chance here. They have no timeouts and just a minute to go. Barclay in trouble, off his back foot, intercepted again! It's Akinjide, number 5 of the day. Barclay entered with 5 interceptions in his first 6 games. This is very different competition here, and Kalispell doubles his interception total. Akinjide getting 2 of them. He leads the team with 4 on the season. Pretty fun game today, although I was definitely nervous at times just because their defense was playing well and they were able to keep it within a score for most of the second half. We just couldn't separate because that pressure was so much. There were at least 10 plays where I had to either check it down or throw it away. We didn't get much open downfield, but I'm glad I decided to get Drake Maddox involved late. That made a big difference. Very fun game today. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Here is this episode's recruiting update, as the battle is still very tight for DeHonte Jeffries. This one may be going the distance, but he already had his visit with Oregon. We're in first place for number 1 receiver, Phoenix Chambers, Jed Cartwright, Eric Richards. We should have some more commits pretty soon, but we do have one more today, and that is defensive end Jeremiah Bolden. We've actually had a lot of success recruiting from the state of Florida. Bolden has some skills as a pass rusher, but lacks strength and agility. He'll need some time, and we'll see what kind of pass rusher he can develop into. We lost out on Terrence Robinson, and this feels like an insta-commit situation for West Virginia. This got over in a hurry, and we hadn't yet offered to Robinson, so that is over. Next time, Kalispell faces a team I feel like we haven't seen in forever, Washington State. They are 4-3 on the year, and they're a very high-flying, high-scoring offense. They love that air raid, and I'm not really used to playing air raid offenses. They've traded wins and losses all season, and if the pattern holds true, this should be another loss for them. Overall, their roster is nowhere near as talented as ours, but they do have a great quarterback, and they have some key players at key positions. Chad James is a second-year starter having a really good season, just 4 interceptions, but against our secondary, that could change. Courtney Peterson has a lot of rushing touchdowns on the season. I'll actually show some of the league leaders before this episode is over. Overall, though, I think that with our talent advantage, I like our chances to come away with another Pac-12 win. Here are the stats now on the season. Luke Irvin, 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, might have a chance to break J.R. Battle's touchdown record. Austin Jenkins over 750 on the ground. Nick Lindsay in first place for yards, but not by much, with Maddox right behind him. And defensively, we didn't force a lot of turnovers early, but now 7 interceptions in our last 2 games. Here's a look at the Heisman watch, dominated by mostly quarterbacks, and in first place is Tyson Walker of Oklahoma. Walker last year had 41 touchdowns, won the O'Brien Award, and now this season is on pace to do just about the same. But look who is entering the Heisman talks now, Lameka Warwick. We played him very early in the season, and since then he's had a lot of rushing success. He's thrown 17 touchdowns, and as the quarterback of the number 1 ranked team, he's getting a lot of recognition. You'll also see here, USC maintained their number 4 ranking. They were able to come back against Notre Dame. Here's a look at what they've done this year. Basically blowing out every team until they faced Notre Dame. And they ended up winning by 1 on a field goal with less than 20 seconds to go. They had a 4th quarter comeback. Here's the score log. And they were able to stay undefeated on the season. Jason Murray is also in the Heisman talks right now in 2nd place. He had a 4-touchdown performance. Unfortunately, we don't face them or Stanford this season. I know many of you want me to take a look at the league leaders a lot more often. Well, Chad James leads the NCAA in passing yards with that air raid offense. Warwick's in 2nd. Jason Murray has the most touchdowns. A few have 21. And we see that Lameka Warwick is among the most intercepted quarterbacks, and now Barclay joins him as well. On the ground, we do have 5 1,000-yard rushers so far, including Ryan Wade from our conference. Paul Brooks has the most rushing touchdowns. Courtney Peterson is up there too for Washington State. In the air, the leader in receiving is Larry Engel, and Joey Bryant only had 1 catch today. That's shocking, although it was a pretty good catch. Defensively, the leader in sacks is Jordan Gibson of Toledo. He currently has 8. And the interception leader is Brian Stewart, a corner from Auburn. Joaquin Ferreira, by the way, has 2 defensive touchdowns this year to lead the NCAA. He's playing his junior season and is putting together an impressive year for Stanford. That's all I have for today, everybody. Hope you had a good time with the episode. Please leave your feedback below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And please leave a like. Those are always appreciated and are very helpful. I will see you all again with more Kalispell action. I will have another game coming your way. And we'll see if Kalispell can continue the win streak. Have a great day, everybody.